Myles is Road to Confidence. I'm Myles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We're going to go through getting on the road, overcoming anxiety, and have a fearless attitude. So when you first get into the car, you want to frame your rear mirror in your rear window. You want to lock your door. Your seat's adjusted. We want to adjust the passenger side and driver's side mirror. The passenger side is to the right. We're in North America, our steering wheel is on the left. If you were in the UK, Australia, or India, your steering wheel would be on the right. Then I adjust your driver's side and I want to look straight ahead. This car does have a small 4x6 backup screen, but I want to look out the back window. If I don't, I'm going to hit someone, I'm going to hit a car. Okay, I'm looking left, looking right, and I'm going to put my right arm on the passenger seat. This is going to turn my torso, my body. And I'm going to look left and right. There's a man walking a dog. And I'm going to turn my wheel slowly. I turn the wheel to the left, the rear goes to the left, the front swings out to the right. You should see the cars. We're in a neighborhood. What does this mindset mean? You got to take your time. You have to be patient. Tone's about 355,000. So we're going to take our time and drive through the neighborhood, and we'll do some maneuvers. We'll go through some small areas, and then if you have questions, you put those in. So we have to stop. And this is a regulatory sign. Let's look at this for a second. This is a regulatory sign. We have a red and white sign. That means stop. We have guide signs. This tells us the name of the street. The guide signs could be brown and white, blue and white, green and white. And then we're going to come and stop. We're going to make a right turn. So we want to come up and look left, right, and left. We want to look left, right, and left. And then we're going to make our turn. Look where you want to go. When you're driving through neighborhoods, I like to stay middle right. I'm looking for debris on the road, people jogging, kids playing. The speed limit here is 25. I drive around 20 miles an hour. We're just going to take our time, be patient. We're going to go in through a cul-de-sac. A lot of American neighborhoods have these cul-de-sacs. It's a circle road. You can go in and go out. This is a cul-de-sac. See some of these beautiful homes, but also you can get some nice steering. So I take fine steer here to work on steering, lane positioning. A lot of people have been through trauma. They've been in an accident. So it's going to take a really patient coach. When you're going through neighborhoods, you need to make 12 right turns, 12 left turns. Be patient. You should be looking left, middle, right every time you come up to a partially controlled intersection. We're the main road. The street to the left has a stop sign. come up here and stop, and let's take a look at this. This is a private road. We're going to go there. You have a stop sign. There's a regulatory sign, red and white. You have a guide sign, which is blue and white, and you have another guide sign, which is green and white. The car I'm driving is a 2025 Equinox. And there's another guide sign. See, it's brown and white. Then we're going to stop for a second. Good. And we're going to make our right turn, and we're going to start doing our drills. This is a great area to take adults and teens. It is a fearless area, meaning if you don't turn properly, you're going to go over and hit the curb and hit someone's house. So we want to go in slow. Take our time. All right. Really nice houses in here, but also it's a smaller area to really focus on steering and vision. I'm going to come up and stop, and then I'm going to make a right turn. So we want to come up and stop. Here's a tip if you're teaching someone with trauma. Teach them to look, and look where you want to go. I'm making a right turn. I look to the right. Look into your turn. And here's another stop sign. We stop, we look left, right, left. This is a two-way stop. It's really nice homes, tight, small roads. Teaches you good speed control. The lane positioning is just gradual exposure. I do, you do, I do, we do, and you do. You will eventually be doing this on your own. So we want to teach you to have a really smooth lane positioning, nice speed control, vision in the turns. We're at about 20 miles an hour. We're going to go into another cul-de-sac right now. Going real easy. And this is really good for steering and vision. Just taking our time, looking where you want to go. Yes, steering is important. You'll see the cat right there. Steering is important. There's multiple ways, 9 and 3, 10 and 2, 8 and 4. Several bus drivers have reached out to me. Everyone is a little bit different. We're just going to take our time. Some random guy was waving at me. I'm going to pause and stop. This is a partially controlled intersection. And then here's another cul-de-sac. This is a great area to warm up and cool down. When I think of driving, I put the adult learner or the teen learner first. And then we're just going through really smooth, really peaceful drive right now. We're just taking our time, but looking around the curve, like a video game. Look around the curve, look around the corner. This is a three-way intersection. There's a stop sign to the right, to the left, and across the street. You have to stop. You have to look. I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do. You just look. And then we're going to go to the next part. To be fearless, we have to come up and stop. And then we're going to have to make a left. We got to go across and then make a left. This is a gated area, so we are taking the back road out. And then there's another stop sign. This is partially controlled. We stop. Had a client down in Texas. I just got a phone call. He almost received a ticket for doing a rolling stop. Please take this serious. And then we come up and stop. It's a baby stop sign. And then we look. I'm going to show you what you're supposed to look at. You look to the left, make sure it's clear, you look straight, and then you proceed. Please just use the bumps in this part of the country. Our thoroughfare, our roads, our infrastructure is terrible, so I apologize for all the bumps. I really do. Okay, we have to signal. Turn on our right turn signal up. Also, I want to remind you, we partnered with Stand Store. Stand Store, they sell digital products. Actually, the user creates digital products. Stand Store hosts those digital products. You can set up for a coaching session with me. I'm a state certified driving instructor. You can go on there and securely order PDF. We have 3 products so far. One is on how to pass your road test. The second one is on how to pass your knowledge test. We stop. Now we're going to go on the expressway. We've had about 4 sales, and we're getting more products in. And then that was kind of a rolling stop, guys. I apologize. And then I'm going to get over to the left lane, and we're going to be getting on the expressway. Temperature is almost in the middle. Our speed is 50, and we need to get into the left turn lane and then merge in, turn on our blinker. No, I'm going to take a different area. And then we stop at the stop line. I'm actually going to take you to a practice loop, and it is foggy out here today, so I'm going to take you to a practice loop where we actually train our adults and teens. I want to make this as realistic as possible, and then I want to change lanes once I get through the intersection. Okay. So this is a route we take adults and teens on. It has some turns, it's got an S-curve, and we want to go in slow. All right, here we go. So the speed limit through here is 35. We just want to take our time. And how do you become fearless? You're going to have a really good instructor, a coach who's positive, who's going to support you. I try to be as positive as possible. Those of you who've been watching and looking, you look through the video library, a lot of tutorials on going into Metro Detroit, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, Des Moines, Iowa. Really beautiful scenic road here, some wildlife, but also you got to be really careful because you could lose control. Those speed limit signs are new. I haven't seen those before here, so they're posting those speed limit signs. And then this is under development. This is a nice route to build momentum, to become fearless, to have confidence. When I talk about being fearless, believing in yourself, it is tough sometimes, but if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. And I'm looking to see if this car is going to stop. Are they going to go through? They just roll through. We want to be proactive instead of reactive. And now they're drifting in the lane. I'm just not sure what they're doing. So we have to stop. And they didn't stop. So if we did that, we'll get a ticket. Be better than that. I'm going to come up to the edge and look again. And then I'm going to go right in the first lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. Go in the first lane. And now we're going to practice merging on and off an expressway. So we turn our right turn signal up. And by it being rainy and foggy, these are some hazards you'll have to deal with. And we want to go in slow. And this is one of the most stressful and fearless things you'll have to do. We want to gradually pick up speed. I'm at about 60. That's a decent speed. Many of you will be slower than this. You're going to see this car. I have to yield to them, and I pull in right behind them. And that's a decent merge. I could have had a little bit more room in front, but we'll work on it. And we're going to get off here. We're going to do the same loop again. I'm a little fast, so I got to slow down. So you see the chevron alignment signs to the left, those yellow and black signs. They tell us it's a sharp curve going to the right. And then once we get up to the top of the S curve, you're going to see the chevron. You're going to see the chevron alignment signs going to the left. This tells us the curve is going to the right, so they're always on the opposite side. And then I'm going to squeeze my brakes, and I have to come up and stop. At the stop line, I'm in the inside lane, and I stop and look, and then I proceed and go in the nearest lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. Now we're going to maintain the speed limit here is 55. I see a black truck. Use your vision. Hitting the intersection ahead. Regulatory sign, guide sign of police. I ask students what color the light is. You should be able to tell me that. I'm trying to maintain good speed through the turn. A lot of beginners will stare at the speedometer, look down and drift to the right. I'm going to drift to the right. See what's happening? Don't drift to the right. Look ahead. And this tells us there's a warning sign ahead. So we've got to lift our foot and go a little slower. Let's take our time. And then we need to make a right turn up here, so we've got to drop our speed. We're at about 50, way too fast. I don't want to flip this vehicle, so go in slow, look and check, squeeze brakes, and then I come in about 20, turn in the nearest lane, and then we accelerate through the turn. A lot of beginners will jerk the wheel, come in too fast, come in too slow, slam brakes. So if you're coaching someone, you really need to support them and help, because they don't know what to do. And you have to teach them. If you want them to be a good driver, you teach them. Just talking about it. Support them through. I'm a firm believer in this. Very passionate. Okay, our speed's good. We're going to be coming up to a roundabout. The road splits, so we're going to the right. And then we see the warning sign. We got to drop our speed to 15. We're at 45, which is legal. Now we got to squeeze our brakes. And now we go in slow. And we squeeze our brakes, check, and we go around to the right. And then we accelerate through. Let's talk about speed control in curvy roads. Curvy roads are very dangerous, so we've got to make sure we're at optimum speed. We don't want to look to the right, because it's a soft shoulder. I don't want to really go off the road to the right because this is really scary. We'll do an off-road recovery next time. So I'm at about 45. Warning, low flying aircraft, so we got to be careful. That's hydroplaning, you hear the water. Just taking our time. And this means divided highway ahead. So driving in fog, so this is a great video to show you what you need to do. Want to maintain good speed. And you can't even see the traffic light ahead. So 3 or 4 times a year you're going to have fog like this, and you just want to maintain good speed. Now you should be able to see the light. We're going to make a right turn. The light's yellow. And I'm going to squeeze brake and just take my time. I'm going to come up to a really nice stop. This would be a good video of you being able to see cars going by, and I stop at the stop line. They're past the stop line. If you really want to be a good driver and be fearless, follow the rules. And that's what I teach you, is to follow the rules. I'm going to go up. I can turn on red. It's clear. And I accelerate into the turn, and I accelerate out. And we're gradually picking up speed. We got our yellow line to the left. This is in the United States, and our white line to the right, our edge line or fog line. And then we're going to get out to the first lane. I'll look over my shoulder. Bam, right there. Just taking our time. And then we're going to get off. And we're going to practice merging and exiting. Now I'm off the gas. Taking my time. So we have our chevron alignment signs, the yellow and black. The curve is going to the right. They're on the opposite side. Guide signs, fuel, food, another warning sign, traffic light ahead. Now we have our chevron alignment signs on the right because the road is going to the left. We're going really slow and easily. And then we have to stop. So you want to look. Cars drive very fast over the hill. We want to be fearless but not stupid, and we want to stop. And then I'm going to move forward, check traffic, and then I'm going to go right in the nearest lane. We're going to get you on this S-curve again, and it's all about repeatability. And we're preparing you for your test, because all states you have to take a driving test in order to pass. So going slow. Let's talk about driving on a curvy road. You've got to maintain good speed control. You've got to have good lane positioning. A lot of my adults and beginners drift to the right because you're looking down to the right. You got to look up and around the curve where that car is. Smooth and easy. Be patient. Taking our time. This speed limit sign is definitely new. And I'm going to go around the curve. Take my time. I'm looking ahead for cars and ammo. And what you see me doing when I post this video, I'm really looking ahead. You can't just sit back and focus on this white car up here, this white Jeep. You've got to look ahead and anticipate cars pulling out from private driveways, animals running across, people not using blinkers, cars going 80 on here, even though the speed limit is... See, they have no brake lights. Look at that. They just have the high mount brake light. What is this? Good morning. How are you? We're doing a tutorial, being fearless. How you doing? It's 9:05 Eastern Standard Time. What time is it where you are? And we're going to come up and squeeze our brakes. We're going to use the ball of our foot. I'm going to go up and stop. 8:05. Okay, that's what's up. I'm an hour ahead of you. How you doing this morning? It's nice to hear from you. We're doing this fearless driving tutorial to get you ready for the road. And it's been a lot of expressway merging, making right turns. Thank you for the thumbs up. Right turns, left turns, lane changing, roundabouts. So we're going to go up and stop. And then the screen, we're going to make our right turn. We're going to practice merge. And if you look at the weather, it's getting worse out here. You see this fog, guys. It's no joke. And I'm glad that you can see this because it's real. And a lot of you are like, I've never driven in fog before. I've had a lot of adults that have never driven in fog because I'm driving people 21, 25, 27, 35. So we're coming out pretty nice. And then we're going to use our blinker and look over our left shoulder and merge out. And this is what your instructor should be doing. They should be taking you out multiple times and really putting work in. I'm going really slow and easy. I'm lifting my foot. And I'm just taking my time. Looking ahead, it's getting harder and harder to see, so we want to use the white line to the right. That's our edge line, and we want to squeeze our brake. I'm going slow. I'm going to get over to the right. Do you have roads like this in your state or your country? We're kind of by an industrial residential area. I'm going to stop. I'm going to look and check. Then I'm going to make my turn. Going really slow. And then we're going to take this straight. Speed limit is 55, so we want to get right up to speed immediately and just look ahead. I'm going to take you actually through the route that I take adults. So we're going to make a right turn at the light. Turn on your blinker, 100 feet, a half a block. If you watch this video, you're going to learn how to drive. Now, if you have questions, you need to reach out for a coaching session. I'm available. Also, we have 3 PDFs from the Stand Store. We partner with them, and then I've had to put together the PDFs. One is how to pass your road test, how to pass your knowledge test, and how to drive and get on the road. We have 3 digital products and 1 product where you can call and set up a meeting with me. I won't have your number, you won't have mine. It's a little bumpy through here, I'm sorry. This is a residential area. It looks like a rural area, but it's pretty nice. So I take students through here, take clients through here, and it says road end. So we're gonna go down to the end, make a U-turn and come back out. See, they didn't stop. So don't get careless in your neighborhood. And then you'll see some nicer homes. People live in different levels. And then you'll see a Corvette coming up on the left. Now I'm gonna go down. Now we're going slow. Then we're going to do a U-turn and come in and out. And then I have students do the U-turn where we're turning. Look into your turn. You should be looking where you want to go. And the windows are fogging up. And then we're going to make a right turn out. So you should see me looking to the right. And then I'll look out. I want you to see this Corvette, guys. Isn't that a nice Corvette? I'm just going to go slow. Isn't that a nice Corvette right there? Imagine putting a big block and nitrous in there, man. Ripping. And this is kind of a calming drive. You still have dangers. You still have people here. You still have a lot of things going on. All right, we're going to take this straight. You should see the red light. talk about driving in a residential area. We're taking our time, having good speed control, staying centered, middle right. We're not trying to hook the right because you'll hit a lot of debris, dirt, and gravel, and then the pavement is broken apart. I apologize, our infrastructure is really terrible, so I apologize. Okay. And then we're going to go through another area. And then we want to come up to the stop line and stop. And then we stop. And we're waiting for the green. We're going to go straight across. So this car does have auto shut off. Some of the newer cars have that. And then that's a red light, obviously. And then it goes green and then back to yellow. So we're just looking left and right. I'm going to show you. You always want to look left and right. Make sure everything is good. And I want to make sure my mirrors are adjusted. They're good because they do move up and down because of the potholes. Okay, then I'll look left and right. And go slow in this road because you have warning signs. They're yellow and black. They tell us this is a sharp curve. I've had a lot of adults. I know that dog was driving. They have a lot of adults who go really fast through here and then they lose control. They go about 60 through here. And then they lose control on the upper part of this curve. So we want to go in slow. And then we have a warning sign of a school zone. And it's Sunday, so school's not open. And then we're using the white line, that's our edge line, or fog line, to help us navigate. Ooh, there are the police. They're moving pretty fast there, huh? I'm good. They're moving pretty fast there. Then we're going to make a right turn up here. We're going to have a complete stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, and 1003. All right, here we go. We turn out. Gang, I was a little nervous. I thought they were coming after me, but I'm good. You gotta be aware of what's going on. So that four-way stop, you gotta stop completely. And then your route should be similar to this. You're making right turns, you're making left turns, you're doing three-way stops, one-way stops. If your instructor is not taking you out here and you're not getting into practice, you won't be prepared because you can't just get into the car and drive. Okay, I'm looking, checking. And I'm gonna make this turn. Let's talk about driving on a curve. We're maintaining a good speed. The speed limit is 45, so we want to get up to that speed. And we're about at 40 now. And then this is an advisory speed of 35. We're going to lift our foot a little bit. Let's go around the curve. And you can see it's getting worse out here. We want to maintain good speed. Look ahead, scan the intersection. We need to get over one lane to the right. And then we're in our lane. Looking ahead. That's that electric Hummer, 460 miles of range, big battery. All right, maintain the good speed. And we're coming up to a roundabout. I'm going slow. Squeeze my brake. Going real easy. Okay. And accelerate out. Going smoothly. Take your time. Be patient. And good headlights are important. Really want to be aware. This is a soft shoulder, so there's not pavement to the right. There's gravel, dirt, and we definitely could lose control. So we don't want to overcorrect if our car goes off the road. Whoa. Just trying to handle the car smoothly. Look ahead. This means divided highway ahead. We want to keep going. And you can tell we're losing vision. So it's hard to see. So let's reduce your speed some. It is a little hard to see. And I have very good vision above 20/20. So we should be able to see the red light. It just turned green. We're going to get on the expressway. Let's talk about merging onto the expressway. We want to go in slow, gradually accelerate. This is the entrance ramp. Expressways have an entrance ramp. That's what we're on. And then they have an exit ramp. So we're at about 60. And I think that's fine for what we need to do. The speed limit here is 70. It's a nice white Jeep. I'm going to get over. Look over my shoulder and I merge out. That's a pretty decent merge at about 65. And you have to do these merges again and again and again to get the rhythm and practice and learn good speed control and getting off. And I'm looking ahead. Now, this exit ramp has 4 lanes, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. I want to be in the middle left. I'm still going a little too fast, so I got to squeeze the brake. I'm going to turn on the left turn signal, and I'm going to go in slow. Don't take these exit ramps for granted because you still can lose control. And then we'll stop. Here, those air brakes working. So we're going to be making a left turn. This is a double left turn. I get a lot of questions. Well, if I'm making a left turn, what lane should I be in? We are in the outside left turn lane, so we're going to be by the curb lane. If you're in the inside left turn lane, you're going to end up by the double yellow. On your test, turn into the nearest lane. Okay, I'm going to go up. I'm going to look and check. Pretty good. Now we're going to get back on the expressway. We've got to go in slow. A lot of cars do crash here. Squeeze the brake, use the ball of my foot. And there's the chevron alignment sign. The yield is for us. We want to yield. And then we're going to go all the way down. This is the clover leaf, not like the leaf, but this is a really sharp curve going to the right. Our chevron alignment signs are on the left. If you don't understand this, you're probably going to crash, so please pay attention. Going real easy, and then I'm going to accelerate. This is where a lot of beginners don't accelerate out. That was a pretty good merge. a 4-cylinder turbo truck. All right, we're at about 75, and then we're gonna get off at this exit coming up. And you can see it's very hard to have vision. This is why we want to use the white line to the right. Slow, patient. Squeeze brake. Go right into first lane. Take my time. Check your rear view mirrors, look around. You have to check your surroundings. You gotta look left and right. Always look around. So let's go through some of the things we talked about. We talked about being fearless. And fearless means you have great speed control, you follow the rules, you have good examples of good speed control, good turns, good lane positioning. We went through 4 different roundabouts. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. You saw me merge on the expressway, getting up to about 60 on the ramp, looking over my shoulder, turning on my blinker, looking over my left shoulder. You also saw me handling lane positioning, driving in small neighborhoods. When you drive in small neighborhoods, you want to stay middle right. We want to watch for doors opening up, pedestrians coming out. I went through cul-de-sacs, a circle driveway, reduce your speed. I tried to stay calm as much as possible. We saw the police come out. I was maintaining about 45 miles an hour. They popped up to my left. I checked everything. I was legal. I was good. I was a little nervous, family, but I was doing the right thing. We want to crush the road, meaning make good decisions, have good speed control. Drive like a pro means you drive at the speed limit, you use your blinker, you check your blind spot. Become a fearless driver. We want to address your desire to become a good driver, and it takes work. There are a lot of people out here who have anxiety, who don't want to drive, who are not motivated. I want you to use these videos to help you how to handle and have a mindset. You have to do this for yourself. I can't do it for my wife. I can't do it for my daughter. I can't do it for my son. When you learn how to drive, you're going to be looking at my videos. You're going to say, wow, I understand a little bit more. I'm human just like you. I made a few mistakes. I am not perfect, but that's a part of being a human. You learn from your mistakes. You learn to get better. One, I kind of did a rolling stop and it stopped completely, and I was a little bit over speed going into curves. But I had ownership. I owned it. I need all of you to click the link in the bio, go to my stand store, order 2 or 3 of those downloadable PDFs. We have some that are lower priced that can get you in, and then for the coaching call, that's higher priced. We have PDFs to help you prepare for your road test, to help you pass your knowledge test, and I'll be putting more in over the next 24 hours. Please look at all the videos, give it a thumbs up. Have a blessed day. Bye.